Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Just so you guys know, this is the last one we have to do before the Chapter 8 test, and then you guys are done with this class. Also, just so you guys know, you are still getting grades and grade slips. We will be keeping that updated, so please keep working as we're going. I know this distance learning sucks, and we'd rather be in person doing all of this, but you are still able to graduate before the end of the year if you keep working. So today we are going to talk about logarithmic functions. I'm going to call them logs from now on because that's how I know them by, and that is also an easier way to say them. So let's go through this short assignment. I will do 1, 2, 5, and 6 for you, and then you will have to do 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8 by yourself for credit. All right, let's start. So one of the important things that we need to know is how do logs relate to exponential functions, right? We started learning about exponential functions a couple lessons ago. I won't say a day because I don't know what day you guys have been watching these, but we learned it in chapter, it's like 8.1 or something like that. But what you didn't learn in that lesson is exponentials and logs are very closely related. So we know exponential form is y is equal to b to the x. That is the most basic form of it, okay? The log form, the general form for it, is log base b of y is equal to x. Fascinating how I used exactly the same letters, variables, etc. That is because they are related that way, right? The b seen here is the same b there. The y seen here is the same y there. The x seen here is the same x there. So this is how we are going to be converting from log or the exponential equation to a log equation. So let's start with number 1. Here we see our y is equal to 25. Our b is equal to 5. And our x is equal to 2. So let's take that information we just wrote down and let's fill in our log function. So we go log base b 5 of y, which is 25, is equal to x, which is 2. In simplest terms, what this is saying is what power of 5 brings us to 25? 2. So it's our way of solving what, I don't know if I want to say this, but it's our way of solving what exponent will give us, you know what, I'm not even going to finish that sentence, it's too confusing. So let's do this one. We have y is equal to 729. Our b is equal to 3. And our x is equal to 6. All right, I'm just taking this, my y equals b to the x, and I'm just writing down the corresponding parts from this equation here. So then we go into our log function and we write it down. Log base b, which is 3 in this case, of y, which is 729, is equal to x, which is 6. So those are our answers for number 1 and number 2. If you need to, take a moment, pause the video, write down any questions you might have that you want to send me or Emily, and then you are going to go forward with number 3 and number 4. Now remember, just because you see fractions does not mean that it's any more complicated. Y is still 1/8, b is still 1/2, etc. All right? Then we are going to look at number 5. So here it says to evaluate logarithms, you can write them in exponential form. Here's the trick though, we are going to do 5 and 6 a little bit different. Let's flip to the next slide quick. We have the change of base formula, which is log base b of a is equal to log base x of a divided by log base x of b. In this case, you're just going to use x is equal to 10. Okay? 10, base 10 is our most common logarithmic form. It's either log base 10 or natural log, ln, that you'll see on calculators. So that's what we're going to do for 5 and 6 instead of the more complicated process that I don't think you guys would be able to get trying to do this on your own without mine or Emily's help. So let's do this. We have log base 8 of 16. So we go to our change of base formula, and we have log base b of a. So our b here is 8, and our a is 16. We're going to put our x is 10. All right. So then we go and we plug in our information. So we have log base b of a is equal to log base x. So log base 10 of a, which is 16, divided by log base x again, which is 10, of b, which is 8 here. So then you are going to go to your handy dandy computer, or you guys will use a, can I switch this to my screen? I don't think, sorry for the cutout there, I was testing something. You guys will go to a calculator, you will plug in log, I think these, most calculators, let me check quick. Yes, so on these calculators, let's see if I can get them to show up. You will see this button right here that says log. That is going to be your log base 10. Okay? So you're going to plug in log of 16 divided by log of 8. And when you do that, you should get out the answer. I believe it's 2, right? No, it's not. You should get out the answer 4/3. Right? I'm going to do one more example. I'm going to do number 6 for you. And then you guys are going to do number 7 and 8 using the change of base formula and a calculator.
Right? The formula just above that, so they see what it is.
You guys should be able to follow along better with this one then. So let's go through and let's figure out our BAs and X's. So our B is our base, which in this case is 9. Our A, in this case, is 27. And our X is 10. Remember, X is always 10. Okay? So we're going to look at our change of base formula, and we're going to fill that in. So we have log base b of a is equal to log base x of a, which is 27, divided by log base x, which is 10, of b, which is 9. Again, you're going to go into your calculator, and you are just going to punch that in. And when you do all that, you are going to get the answer 3/2. Okay, so you guys are going to have to do 7 and 8 on your own following that same process. This one might look complicated, but again, it's not complicated. Just make sure your variable is appropriate. If you do not have a calculator at home, you can use Desmos as just a calculator, not as a graphing calculator, or as, can you? Pretty sure you can use Desmos. Otherwise, just Google online calculators, something like that. If you're watching this video, you obviously have access to Google as well. So use that. Reach out to Emily and I for any questions that you have. And I'm so happy we finally made it through this whole block class. You guys did great, and I can't wait for some of you guys to graduate.